Hello everyone, how are you today? Are you enjoying the new intro video? I'm loving it so much. Okay, so let me get this little Palo Santo lit up here. I'm going to do a dream interpretation reading for Scorpios. I got told to do this reading and I didn't really want to because Lord knows I'm going to find out what my dreams are talking about, and my dreams have been crazy lately. But then I got a dice and I rolled the dice and it came Scorpio anyway. So we're going to see what this dream is about. Ooh, excuse me. That's too funny. You know what, they crack up when sometimes, have you ever seen that meme where they were like, if you sage and then you start coughing because the demon is you. Someone's going to take that seriously and someone's going to laugh with me. So, whatever. I said it. I said it. People take things a little bit too seriously. But then be mad when... Anyway. Okay, well that one clearly was coming. That is the Firefly. Ooh, I like this, Scorpio. The Firefly is pretty good. The Firefly kind of lights the way type energy. Then we got the Elk. Oh, you guys get an extra card apparently. So the Elk came out. Elky, Elky. And then we also got two cards here for the Cheetah and the Hummingbird. I know Cheetah is definitely have some good energy too. Let me get the book here so I don't tell you anything incorrect. Firefly, Firefly, Firefly. Here we go. Inspired and fantastic yet fleeting. Ha! It would have to say fleet. Oh my god. Is this thing on Twitter? Has this been on Twitter lately with the fleet? Are we fleeting now? Firefly's fleet? I thought we were. This firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. Yes. It cannot be held out for long, though. Yes. So basically it's saying that like there's something there that you got to catch it real quick, though. Right? You know, like people used to catch fireflies in the jar? You gotta catch it real quick. Okay. And we got the Elk here. And again, I don't mean to take too much of your time with this. I just want to be sure that I'm giving you the most accurate statement I can possibly give you. Okay? The Elk, stable, resilient, headstrong, and the father. It represents its earth element, its masculine energy. You're just being stable. You're in balance, or you're getting in balance. You're trying to be very, very respected. You have very, very solid core beliefs. Overall, pretty good energy. Pretty good energy. The Hummingbird that you also got here. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. Yeah, so basically you learn what makes you happy and you go right back to what makes you happy and what's healing you. You don't spend time dealing with things that don't really serve you any purpose. And that's kind of the whole point of the hummingbird, is that if you keep going to what's healing you, or you keep going to what's helping you, eventually you'll just outgrow anything that was holding you down. Then we got the Cheetah, the solar force. This is again this masculine energy. And this is achievement. You know, the Cheetah goes really, really fast. And it is basically like you are running toward the goal here. I'm really getting like they told me like you're running toward the goal, you hammering it out, you're doing what you need to be done. So there's that so far for that. So far so good. I like this. I was kind of afraid before, but I really like this so far. Next, let's get to the tarot here. It's hard. I don't know. I want y'all to see me shuffle, but I feel weird holding up the cards like that, and I don't have a good angle yet. I just set this up so I have light, so you can still see me even though it's dark as hell outside. But I can't just go by the sun. Oh, okay. All these cards just flew out. We got the 8 of Wands here in reverse. I could have told you that. Oh, ho, ho. We got the Sun up right here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We got the 10 of Swords in reverse down here. We got the Tower. Oh, God. And then we got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me get one more card here. And we got Justice. Ooh. Okay, so Scorpio, this is going to be really, really interesting because I don't think you see this coming. I didn't see it coming, but I don't think you see this coming. So we have this 8 of Wands energy, right? Oh, excuse me. I said reverse earlier. It's not in reverse. Just the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Swords are in reverse. Oh, and the 4 of Pentacles. But so this in your waking life, you're just steambolling straight ahead, right? And they want you to catch whatever blessings you go on your ride. Like if you run by, snatch your hand up and catch the blessings. People don't know this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Just because y'all Scorpios. There's some magic in some hand gestures. Like, there's been known to, like, even just do like this. Like, if someone says something like, oh, there's $500, I'm like, ooh. Like that. That's catch a bag hand. Okay? That is like a whole thing that says, I want to grab the money. Grab the money out the sky. It sounds silly. But I'm telling you, it works. And so there's other things like that that's definitely out there that, you know, people, there's like magic like that out there. You can look them up, different hand signs and things like that. But there's certain, like, there's magic in movements as well. And it looks like, I think you guys may also be learning the magic of movements as you steam. You know, like, it's like you're steaming ahead, stably steaming ahead, right? Like, none of this energy is really, really bad. It's just interesting. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh my gosh, we're going to have, I don't know, I'm not even getting horrible nightmares. I'm getting you don't even sleep. Which, judging by my life, is like, yeah. Excuse me. Like, you keep moving forward and forward and forward, and you're not really sleeping, right? And when you do sleep, it's like bliss to you. The sun, it's like extra, extra, extra happiness. It's like the greatest thing on earth when you finally do sleep. Like, when you sleep, you probably aren't even sleeping. Like, you're astral projecting when you sleep, probably. Like, I'm just getting that you are not... Like, and look at these 4 little white doves on this card, which I've never noticed until today. And it won't focus because it's just a phone. But anyway, hopefully you can see them 4 little birds. Okay. For your the emotions that you're walking around with. And this is when I said it's going to be interesting, right? So we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So people feel like you're resisting something. That's what it comes off as. Emotionally, like, you know, emotionally, as you're walking around doing all this stuff, it comes off with a perception that you're doing all this stuff to avoid something else. Now, what that may be, I don't know. That's, you know, you got your own life here. You got to tell me what you're avoiding. But clearly there's something that looks like it's being avoided. it's like emotionally you don't want to feel. You just want to just go through all this stuff and not feel. But you not feeling is like the blockage, and it definitely feels like it's like the blockage. Then we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So when you're sleeping, it may be glorious for you to actually sleep, and you may be walking around like you're happy in your sleep, but you're really not. And I don't think like you're trying to fake that you're not. I think you're happy with not faking that you're not happy. Does that make sense? Like, you find joy in being honest, right? I think that's every Scorpio. They find joy in being honest. But I think in this particular point and moment, it feels like as you sleep, you take joy in knowing the fact that, yeah, I'm probably going through this, and that, but I have faith I'm going to a different spot, right? I'm going to a different area. I'm going to a different destination. So even if it is painful, the pain is going to be worth it. Type energy. Thank you, Spirit. I needed that one because Lord knows this has been rough out here. I need that one for me. Claiming it. Okay? Because for real, the foundation is the Tower, right? This is why I said it's going to get a little bit interesting as well, because so this is a Scorpio card. So it's not crazy this would be the foundation, because this is Scorpio and we do bring about realizations. We bring Tower moments to other people generally, right? So with this being your foundation, it's like a constant feeling of learning something new, realizing something new, getting constant new knowledge. Definitely a feeling of like having realizations left and right, seeing different things. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? It probably feels kind of crazy because it's like a lot of downloads at once. But you're used to getting a lot of downloads at once. Like, that's the foundation. It's always learning, changing, moving. Scorpio's a transformation card. This is what causes transformation. And so in your foundation, you're constantly trying to upgrade, trying to find something new, trying to find something better, trying to do, this, that, and everything else. Like, you're just constantly on the move. And that's your foundation. And so the thing about this, the lesson to be learned, is that for your stability here, you gotta not hang on to certain things. You're meant to move and shake and do. And there's definitely a feeling of, you gotta let go to do that. You gotta be free to do that. You can't go and shake and move and be tied down at the same time. Does that make any sense to y'all? Like, you can't just pop up and turn up over here when you really can't go nowhere. And I think the lesson here is that I'm definitely feeling the energy of there's too many attachments. There's still purging that needs to happen. And what's holding you back right now is this justice. Not necessarily a Libra. So I don't read Zodiac in this, but definitely balancing some things out. I've been talking for a while about balancing yin and yang. Look at these, the yin and yang. Balancing out your energies. Probably balancing out your sleep patterns. Just balancing out a lot of things so that you can keep going on the path that you're going. Yes, honey, because you should not be trying to eat my wheat. Look at this little cat. Jasper, look at the camera. Jasper. Now, why'd you jump back on the table? At least jump back off the table. And now he's going to curl up over there in the little ball. Okay, moving on. Archetype cards. What do we have for Scorpio streams here? Okay, so we got... I love when there are cards that I don't know anything about yet. Because there's a lot of cards here and I don't have all these memorized, so I'm just going to be real honest. I don't. So I have to look up some of these. But I like when it's like this, the river, because I have not seen this one pop out yet. God, I wish this camera could focus better. Then we got Anima Mundi. Look at that. That is like the ultimate spiritual card here. Okay, like legit. We got the Village. We have Keros. Again, another card I haven't seen. It looks very dragon-y. I'm kind of here for it. And then we have, of course, the Shadow. And last but not least, we have the Heart. So give me one moment here. I'm going to get these descriptions for you. The river. The stream, the flow, the current. There is a reason why so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us further down the stream of transformation than we had planned to go. The waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before. With a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity, keep in mind that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential. Nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Yeah, definitely self-acceptance here. It's definitely strong. Emotions are definitely strong. Like I said, it's like someone doesn't want to feel, but they're still feeling. And I think they're controlling their feelings because they don't want to feel, but they still got, like, it's like someone's learning real, like, deep emotional control. It's really, really beautiful, actually. It's beautiful energy. I love it. I think it's the ship. What am I looking for now? The Animundi. Anima Mundi. The last card. That's why it's the most spirit. I was like, I know this is right. It's got to be near the end. The soul of the world. All that is. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle, accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all of its multifaceted, multidimensional layers. Bonded together by loving cosmic forces, diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Yeah, so it is the link between the literal, the imaginal, the rational, and the mythic. So it's like you're interweaving all these things together, right? You're interweaving your life. Interweaving your beliefs with your emotions, with your physical life. It's like it's all coming together to see the whole big picture of everything. Like with this, it's like you see the big picture of everything. You don't just see you. You don't just see here. You see there. You see, or you are immersed in the whole world. You're not just you're connected. You're connected. You want to be connected, honestly. At least a little bit. Then we got the Village. The Village presents us with a conundrum, and on one hand, it's the place that feels most like home. Yes, it's comfortable. Yep. Wow. Sorry. If you feel restricted by a certain group, community, family, place, or ideology, it may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters. Yeah. Okay, basically what it's saying is that you may feel comfortable where you at, but you have to you have to leave where you at to get where you're going. And definitely, people will try to hold you back because they don't want you to leave. And that's the thing about people too. And this is just a personal thing, because I feel like people got to understand. Even if you don't want someone to leave, you have to love them enough to let them go. Because if you try and make someone stay and they're trying to leave, then that's just selfish. Because if you know that someone is trying to upgrade and you don't want them to upgrade because that means that they wouldn't be around you anymore, that's being selfish. You're saying that I want you to have a worse life and be around me than to have a better life and go somewhere else. That's toxic. Get mad if you want to. I'm just saying that's pretty toxic. So I don't know if anybody's doing that, if that's what's happening in the situation, but I felt led to say that little piece. And then here we got this cat back here again. Hello. Oh. I love when I get these ones I don't know about yet. Apocalypsis is in here. Genos, and then he is just sitting right. I know you can't see the cat, but he is just sitting right on the cards. Ooh, so this is mythic time. Oh my god, yes. Like time control, you guys. Time control. Okay, so we have all had the experience of timelessness of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as if time is standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time is happening. But it's mythic time. I've been calling it spiritual time. So I don't know if I don't remember what I tweeted when I tweeted this. But I've been talking about how like CPT really is like spirit time, right? Now I know it sounds kind of crazy. So listen, hear me out. When you arrive somewhere late, you arrive on time, right? On time for you may be late for somebody else, but it's your form of timing. Like time for you right now, like today may have moved slow for you right now, but for someone else it may have moved fast. It's how you perceive time, because while time is something that continuously, happens, the way 1 minute can feel, like if you're taking a test and you've been sitting there at the test looking at the paper and you feel like you've been sitting there forever, but really it's only been like a minute, but that minute felt like an hour. That's what this is talking about. This is about learning about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So this is also about divine timing as well. About divine timing. Waiting for things to come when it's supposed to come and not when you want it to come. Which is a hard lesson for me at that moment, because I need that for myself. The shadow. The unspeakable. The unwelcome. The denied. Although every card in this deck has shadow potential, this card asks us to dive into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world that we begin to separate from, rather than getting to know the qualities and the content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appeals, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you are touching the shadow. Yeah, so this is about doing shadow work as well. I'm telling you, living shadow tarot, that's what we've been doing here. You got to face the shadow. A lot of people don't like to. That's why I do those LILTH readings, though. Like, legit, that's why I do those. That is your shadow side, isn't those Liliths? And so a lot of people are not connected. It doesn't feel like they're connected. I mean, if you want to say me something different, please go ahead. But it doesn't feel like a lot of people are. There are some people who are, and there are some people who work with it. But that's the thing, is that you can't ignore it. You just have to work with it, right? We all have it. We all have it. We all have it. We just have to work with it, learn how to use it, learn when it's the right time for it. Again, with this timing card. Learn when the right time is to use your shadow. Learn when the right time is to use your dark side. Learn when the right time to do some things are. Because you have it there for a reason, not to just not do anything with it. Because if you just ignore it, then you're not creating boundaries. This helps reinforce your boundaries. Okay? This helps reinforce your boundaries. So if you're keeping your boundaries reinforced with your shadow side, which again, or I feel like is the purpose for it. It may not be in your mind or anybody else's mind. Sorry, the cat jumped again. But if that's what the purpose of your shadow side to me feels like. It's to help you reinforce the boundaries that you set for yourself so that you don't get hurt. It's a defense mechanism. The problem is that a lot of people have unhealed trauma or unaddressed trauma, so their defense mechanisms are out of their control. You should always be able to control your defense mechanism. And that's what Spirit, I think, is telling us to do. For Scorpio or Scorpio placements, you control your defense mechanisms. Your defense mechanisms are really, are displaying themselves without your control. And then you get the denial card here because you're denying the fact that you ever did anything or that this is a trauma response. You have to really do the work and understand that whatever is happening here, your foundation is a trauma response. Because that came over the foundation. And again, shadow and the tower, very strong Scorpio energy for both of those. And we have the heart here, the home, the center, and the throne. It is possible from an imaginative point of view to sense that the heart is as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we have drifted somewhere else. There's no in between. Especially for a Scorpio, because you know we intense. And when we love, we love. And if you don't love no more, and that's it. It's over. Like either we really, really like you, or we really, really don't like you. That's kind of just where it's at. We may even become a stranger to the landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of... Sorry, y'all, technical difficulties. But point being, we need to open our hearts more, open our heart chakras more. Be a little bit more vulnerable. Be a little more open. Just being a little bit more open. Being a little bit more open. But good things are coming to us. Good things are coming, Scorpios. I think it definitely feels like there's a path that's being taken that's the right path. There's a journey that's going on that's not stopping anytime soon. So, hey, ride the wave. If you resonated with anything in this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you did not, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because, yeah. Okay. And, now, if you do subscribe, then the next time I do one of these readings, it could be about you. I like to play and mess around a little bit, y'all. I don't know. I just like to try and have fun with my life. I don't know why a lot of people do not want to have fun with their life. They just want to be angry and bitter. And I've been angry and bitter. And I really don't want to be angry and bitter. I can if I need to be. But I really don't want to be. Like, who wants to be fighting and angry and upset all the time? But yet the same people want to come back and fight you over something that you was already done about. That just don't even make sense to fight about. But they want to do it anyway, so whatever. And apparently that's the only language they understand. Okay. So, I will bid you adieu. And hopefully, y'all sleep tonight. Get some sleep. Mostly yelling at myself. But get some sleep. Bye, y'all.